Conscious Leadership Podcast, the human side of leadership, where consciousness meets practical business leadership. The podcast dives into real challenges managers face, from team motivation to navigating change. Discover actionable insight, proven strategies, and inspiring stories to help you lead with clarity, authenticity, and impact. Whether you are an SME owner, a team leader, or simply passionate about conscious leadership, this podcast will equip you with the tools to build stronger teams, foster trust, and achieve sustainable success. Tune in, lead consciously, and make a difference. Hello, and welcome to the next episode of the Conscious Leadership Podcast. I'm your host, Boris Nedved, and today we're exploring a major theme from my book, Human-Centric Business, the Human-Centric approach, and why I believe it's becoming the new core of modern business. I hope you agree with me that, hopefully or luckily, gone are the days when people were just seen as interchangeable cogs in a huge machinery. We are now in an era where employees expect personalization, autonomy, meaningful engagement. However, according to Gallup, only 23% of the employees worldwide feel engaged at work. 1 out of 3 new hires will leave the company within the first 6 months, according to Michael Page's Global Talent Trend report. And McKinsey's State of the Organization report indicates that 40% of the employees will hand in their resignation in the coming 3 to 6 months. If these numbers don't alarm you, I think they should. This episode dives into how a human-centric business model can transform business from the inside out, and what that means for you as a leader, for you as a company. And it's about turning businesses into a platform for human potential, a platform for human strength and for human well-being, not just efficiency. So why does that matter? The traditional one-size-fits-all approach to workforce management is no longer viable. I think we see it everywhere. I talked about in all my previous episodes of the Leadership Podcast. Employee expectations have changed. Millennials and Gen Z crave meaning, flexibility, purpose. And luckily, from my perspective, there are smart organizations that are responding. When I look at leading examples like Salesforce, Patagonia, Adobe, these people-first strategies have yielded not only happy employees, but they also brought business success. When businesses focus on their people, innovation, loyalty, and profitability will come. They follow. And the shift is already happening. When we look at these examples, Salesforce promotes their wellness, promotes inclusion and growth through its Ohana culture. Patagonia aligns work with activism and values, engaging purpose-driven employees, where they do charitable contributions to their neighborhoods. Adobe replaced traditional performance reviews with real-time check-ins, fueling creativity. So human centricity is not just a buzzword. It's a complete paradigm shift, and these companies show it. So just look at Gallup's State of the Global Workplace report, or Michael Page's findings on rising disengagement. Both underscore why now is really the time for change. So what are the components of a human-centric model? And to create a truly human-centric business, companies and their leaders, yes, with leaders, I mean you, the listeners, you, the conscious leader. Companies must build on the following pillars. It should be a personalized employee experience. Instead of one career ladder for all, offer flexible paths based on individual interests, based on individual strengths and aspirations. Let people do work that feels right for them, where they are strong at. Think about career pathing not as a linear climb, but as a mosaic, like a big mosaic of little bits and pieces, tailored to the human behind the role. Consider how, for example, LinkedIn, it's not too far away, LinkedIn recommends courses based on employees' aspirations and skills. You can do the same. Empowerment and autonomy, and I call it rather more often empowerment, to empower people so that the power is within the people. Give employees ownership. Let them choose projects, let them choose the work styles, or even how and where they work. Netflix thrives on its freedom and responsibility model. When people are trusted, they show up more fully and creatively. They bring themselves in wholeheartedly. I think this is the new way forward. Continuous learning. Encourage it. Encourage ongoing personalized growth. Whether it's mentorship, microlearning, peer-led development, the goal is to align learning with the purpose, with the real purpose, the drive behind, and what it means for the employee, what it means for the company. Empower people to grow in the directions that inspire them. Not you as a leader, it must be inspiring for them. And you can help them. Adobe's check-in system is a strong example of such a responsive, evolving development approach. There's numerous examples already which you can use and start looking at. It's not that you have to start everything from scratch. Supportive work environment is another element. Design workplaces where people feel psychologically safe, included, valued. Use your wellness initiatives, DEI efforts, flexible policies as real tools, not just for the marketing slogans and for being able to show it on your website. No, do it real. A healthy environment is one where individuals can take risks, can voice concerns, and thrive. Salesforce is a good example of their employee happiness initiatives as a model when you want to look at something. And think about human-centric processes. Embed all these values, all this human centricity into how you recruit, you lead, you measure performance, you structure roles. Human-centric business is not just a mindset. It's a new way of doing everything. People, process, tools, they must go hand in hand. Redesign your systems to celebrate, not to suppress human diversity and uniqueness. Create motivation through meaning. Companies like Salesforce and Patagonia have shown how purpose can be a powerful motivator. Align work with personal values to feel long-term engagement. A person that is caught by the values is committed. They will stay longer term. When employees feel that their work matters, they stay. Retention by recognition. Netflix, the SAS Institute, are mastering retention by recognizing individual contributions and offering really holistic support, childcare, mental health programs, real autonomy. Add this to peer-nominated awards or team-led feedback circles, and you can further enhance belonging. This is what people are looking for. They're looking for belonging, a purpose, a sense, a feeling together. You as a leader, you can look at examples like a Satya Nadella at Microsoft or initiatives that Ernst & Young are driving. They show how empathy, emotional intelligence, and transparency strengthen team cohesion and trust. EY, for example, even integrates emotional intelligence training into its leadership development programs. Is that something you can do the same? And use technology as an enabler. Salesforce has the Trailhead program, which is personalized learning. Adobe's check-in program for continuous feedback as well. Slack and Zoom provide flexibility in remote environments. And you have numerous mental health apps that support the well-being in real time in case a person needs it. So technology becomes a conduit for human centricity when you deploy it with intention and with a meaning behind, not just for having it. So human-centric leadership isn't something you just try out or try on in HR. It must permeate your entire business philosophy. From your product design to customer experience, selling the products. The question becomes, how does this serve people? Not just profit, and the people is first employees, your internal quote-quote customers, and your external customers, your clients. They would profit from it as well. Because happy employees, they do everything for the clients as well. They do everything for the company. So start with your leadership development. Train your leaders, train yourselves to recognize individual potential, to recognize individual strengths, to listen actively, to lead with empathy, to be approachable to your team members. And then scale these behaviors into the systems you build. Your performance reviews, your team meetings, your hiring practices, innovation pipelines, and so on. A good starting point might be a leadership workshop, which is focused on strength identification, for example, by utilizing BG5 and OC16 insights. And based on these strengths, you can do strength-based coaching. You can do active listening programs. You can do feedback and communication programs. And all hands together, comes together, brings it together. So this is how human centricity becomes not just the side initiative, but it becomes the beating heart of your organization. It gives the vibe. And I want to challenge you as a leader by start asking yourself, how well do you know what drives each person in your team? Have you created a space for authentic growth and dialogue? Are people coming to you to discuss things? Are your business processes truly people first? Or are you just tweaking old systems? What's one way you can redesign your team structure to reflect how people actually work and thrive? Is there something you can do straight away? What's one shift you can make this quarter, the next week, this year, to make your leadership more consciously human-centric, focusing on the people in your team? These questions might be a good starting point for you and your true conscious leadership. Now, let me add some final thoughts. The human-centric approach for me isn't a luxury. It's a necessity. It's something I embody. It's something I believe in. It's something I observed not to be there in the company I worked for. And I think in our more and more complex, more and more fast-changing world, putting people first, it's not just the right thing to do. It's the only sustainable way forward. Organizations that invest in people as individuals, their strengths, their unique strengths, and their potentials, they will outperform those that treat them as a resource. And beyond the performance gains, you can create a workplace where people can be more human, more creative, more fulfilled, more purpose-driven, and more resilient. Because, they become more resilient. So here's my invitation. Think about what's the one shift you can make this week to put people at the center of your business decisions. As always, I would love to hear your stories, your feedback, your ideas, your reactions. So reach out to me. Reach out on LinkedIn, reach out on this post. Share your reflections in the comments. Visit my website, humaninthecenter.com. Call me, make a call. It's free. It's up to you, half an hour. I'd love to hear and discuss with you. And let's start building a business that thrives with its people. So thank you for tuning in. Until the next time, stay intentional, stay conscious, and keep leading with purpose. Thank you for listening to the Conscious Leadership Podcast. Look forward to the next episode to come, and stay intentional, stay conscious, and keep leading with purpose. Until the next time, bye.